Welcome to the Cadaver Lab Skeletal System Simulation. Here, you'll deepen your knowledge of human anatomy.
What is this?
The object you're holding is the skull. This is the topmost part of the skeleton that houses the brain, making it an integral part of the central nervous system. It also provides structure to the face and supports functions like eating, speaking, and sensory perception. Now, to proceed with the assembly.
How hard is the human skull?
The human skull is quite robust. It consists of two parts: the cranium, which encloses the brain, and the facial bones. The average thickness of the human skull varies. For adult males, it's typically around 6.5 millimeters, and for adult females, it's around 7.1 millimeters. The skull's hardness is crucial as it serves to protect the brain from injury.
What bone is this?
The bone you're holding is the hip bone. It's a large, flat bone that forms the pelvis alongside the sacrum and coccyx. The hip bones are responsible for protecting the delicate organs in the pelvic region and supporting the body's weight when we are sitting and standing.
I think I'm holding the rib cage. How important is this structure to the human body?
The rib cage is extremely vital to the human body. It primarily serves two important roles: protection and support. Firstly, the rib cage works as a shield for important organs like the heart and lungs from external damage. Secondly, it provides a rigid structure for the attachment of muscles involved in respiration, position holding, and locomotion. Now, let's proceed with the assembly, shall we? The rib cage should connect nicely with the spine.
This looks like the backbone. Is that right?
Yes, you're correct. The piece you're holding is the spine, also known as the backbone. It's a complex structure made up of vertebrae, intervertebral discs, and various ligaments. The spine supports the body, allows for flexible movement, and protects the spinal cord, which is a key part of the nervous system. Now, let's proceed with the assembly. The spine should connect with the skull and the hip bones.
When I crack my back, am I cracking my spine? What's going on there?
When you crack your back, what's actually happening is the release of gas that's built up in the joints between the vertebrae in your spine. This is similar to when you crack your knuckles. It's a completely natural process and typically isn't harmful unless it's causing you pain. Now, as for our skeleton here, could you please continue by picking up the collarbone and bringing it close to the corresponding transparent bone on the table near the rib cage?
What did I just do? What part of the human skeleton did I just assemble?
Based on your recent actions, it seems that you have assembled the skull, rib cage, hip bones, spine, collarbone, and scapula with the shoulder girdle of the skeleton. Would you like to proceed with the next step?
Ooh. How many bones are there in the human hand?
The human hand consists of 27 bones. There are 8 carpal bones in the wrist, 5 metacarpal bones in the body of the hand, and 14 phalanges in the fingers. Each finger has 3 phalanges, except for the thumb, which has 2.
Hmm. What's the strongest bone in the human body?
The strongest bone in the human body is the femur, also known as the thigh bone. It's located in the upper part of the leg and is responsible for supporting most of the body's weight and enabling motion. It's designed to withstand significant stress, making it the hardest bone to break in the human body.
What's your kneecap typically called?
The kneecap is typically called the patella. It's a small bone located in front of your knee joint of where the thigh bone and the shin bone meet. It protects the knee and connects the muscles in the front of the thigh to the shin bone, thus helping you move your leg more efficiently.
What job would I do that would allow me to utilize what I've learned here?
The knowledge and skills you've acquired here can be incredibly useful in several fields. You could become a medical professional like a doctor or nurse, where understanding the human anatomy is crucial. Alternatively, you could go into education, teaching students about the human body. You could also consider a career in research, studying the human body to make new discoveries. Lastly, you could use this knowledge in fields like physical therapy, sports science, or even in the arts, such as sculpture or medical illustration. The possibilities are vast. It all depends on where your interests lie.
What's the average salary for somebody in something like sports medicine?
The average salary for a person working in the field of sports medicine can vary greatly depending on their specific role, level of experience, and geographical location. However, as a broad estimate, sports medicine physicians in the United States tend to earn a median salary in the range of $185,000 to $200,000 per year. It's important to note that salaries can be much higher for those who have gained significant experience or who work with professional athletic teams.